turbos are so unhappy. They're ready to split up and decide who gets the kids.
All right, so it is day 4. We are at Tri State Dragway. Yes, I'm back. I'll tell you later in the video why I'm back, or where I was. But going to be an awesome day. This track, it's our 3rd year coming here. We had our struggles the first year. 2nd year got better. I went down and looked at that track surface down there. TVC's been here all night after the rain getting the thing ready. We now have a groove that is about 12 foot wide. If you recall, when we came here a couple years ago, when we first came here, it was about a foot wide, set up for a dragster, 2 foot, 1 foot wide with concrete everywhere else. So I think we're gonna have some fast passes today. The rain's cleared up, gonna be a beautiful day. It's a little bit cooler right now, so I think we should be in good shape. Hey, it's time to get to racing.
Welcome back, Tom.
Thanks.
Hey, think about it. This is a privileged position that we're in. Now, I know there's a lot of hard work behind the scenes. Don't get me wrong. I know all that. I got the same late nights you guys do and everything, but it's such a privileged position. Because think, all them people up there wish they were sitting in the seat of your car or the seat of your car you want. Think about that.
Right amount of money they could be.
That's what Keith Turk says when he's on the line at Bonneville. He says, "There's no man in the world that envies me, right? Or I envy no man in the world right now with this view." So.
I mean, think about it. I mean, goodness sakes, we get to do what they're saying. Oh, I wish I could do that. Yeah. Well, you're in that seat. You are in that seat. Yeah.
Now, all I want to do, all that's great, but now I just need to sabotage Sid. Can you trip him?
Oh, I'm so close. He's going to grab me.
This is why she's so mean.
She is. She's a bit of a curse, though.
She is.
Oh, man.
She's got that voodoo doll head in her car.
She's not got no chicken bones or nothing in there, right?
I do have a little shark head in there. See him? He's good luck. See him back there? Look.
See him?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then this guy.
I like.
Don't you hurt Mr. Doug.
Is that good luck, Duck?
Yeah, it's the good luck duck. Meg gives everybody ducks. Not everybody, special people ducks. They have to match.
Not
Everybody. They have to match the vibe. Nick has an Uncle Sam duck. Mine is Black Sparkles. Interpret that how you will. I don't know how I interpret that. Oh, did I bore you that bad? Go back to your car.
No, you go back.
Go back to your wagon and take a nap.
It's a lot of abuse today. Yep. See how that bad mojo Alex tried putting on me? I feel bad for it. I hate it when it happens. For sure. But don't know what's going on. I really just don't know. It was staged right. It did build boost. It was right there. It hit the tire, it left, and it had a little sneeze, and I don't know what is going on with that. And when it sneezes, it shuts the motor down for a microsecond, and then everything is off. Everything is off. Then the motor is so unhappy. The turbos are so unhappy. They're ready to split up and decide who gets the kids. I mean, they're unhappy. And so we got to get everybody happy again. If it was happy, it would have went really well.
because I sucked.
Yeah, what happened there, the first run especially, and then...
Yeah, the first run it got out a little bit and shook the tires, and then I pelted a few times and it didn't want to go straight, and then the left window started coming out, so I tried to reach over and grab it and hit the throttle again, and it didn't work, so I just aborted that one. So I don't know. Second run, I don't know. We're looking right now. Now I got no power in the car, so something's haywire.
So you came straight back around.
Yeah.
And it just
I
kept
came back
shutting
and
off.
fueled up, and then it just it was like it was only running on half the cylinders. So we got to figure it out.
Craig Douglas, I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. This is a 70 Dart Swinger with a 422 Gen 3 Hemi with a pair of twins on it. My best friend Mark owned it for a while, and he had a LS twin turbo in it, and I had to rescue that, so I bought it off of him and then brought it back to the Mopar family, and I've had it for about a year and a half now. Took it on drag week right after I got the build done. Had 26 street miles on it. I ended up finishing with an 803 average last year. So first day was a 789. We one and done it. The second day was a 788. One and done it, and then we got rained out, and here we are. So yeah, we drove in the rain all day yesterday. Obviously no air and no defroster, and the wing windows are our air conditioner, and so the water hits it and then it pours right down on your lap. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. When you turn a corner, the rain goes down on the cowl and then it dumps on your feet. So yeah, it's just all about the adventure, right? We got to the hotel last night pretty early. So we actually unhooked the trailer in the rain, drove up in town, had a sit-down meal first time this week. So good stuff.
And today's all about running another 7?
Another 7 today, hopefully one and done, and roll out to Byron to the 200+ mile drive back. So, you know, we've had some minor issues along the way you have to address, but we're still good.
Here, it's right here, it's right here. We're off, we're off. All right, slowly. Very gently set it over the wall. Hang on.
I just didn't drive correctly, I suppose. No, I felt it moving a little bit, but generally, if it moves, it's okay. But I think this track is a little bit narrower as far as like the groove patch. So, and then the second I got out, it was like there's nothing you can do. The thing about like these events is that you don't want to miss your opportunity. So generally, you stay in it a little bit more than you should. And it's always worked out for me in the past, but this time I guess it just wasn't liking it.
Are you okay?
I think so. Shoulder's a little bit bummed, but a little smack against the noodle, but.
It wasn't fun to watch. No one enjoyed it.
No, I think God was looking out for me. I built the chassis, so I guess it worked out pretty good, and got my stuff on. So
is this the first drag and drive event you won't have finished?
yeah, it will be. So I can figure out a way to ratchet strap the thing back together.
I wouldn't put it past you.
I wouldn't put it past me either.
I'm glad you're okay, man.
Yeah, me too.
It's the main thing.
weird situation on Monday, and I'll tell you guys the story just so that hopefully it helps somebody else along the line. I'm not that old, 53, but Monday made the pass, and then we were getting ready for the next pass, sat down to eat lunch, and I felt like I needed to burp. Was the initial sign, and that was it. So like, whatever. I mean, felt that way plenty of times. But then started getting hot to where I started sweating. I went into Rick Gear Vendor's RV to cool down, and I was definitely sweating. The feeling wasn't going away in my chest from the needing to burp. After a little while, the sweating went away, and I felt like maybe I was okay on the mend, so I went back out to go help with the car. Well, shortly after that, same thing, I started to feel like I was feeling weird again. Went inside, sat down to cool off, and then I went to go lay down for a little while. Still had the feeling in my chest. My back was hurting in between my shoulder blades. One of the medics, Paul, that's on our staff, he's just a helper on the staff, but he's a nurse by trade. So took my pulse, and my pulse was kind of all over the place. He said, you should go get checked out. So went to the hospital, like 30 minutes in Rockford, and whatever, they did EKG and just checking out. At that point, really thinking just dehydration, that I just had dehydration was probably what everything was going to be the end of. So they did EKG, then they want to do some other tests, and there's something they do in your blood, and there's some like trigger or whatever, that if your heart goes under stress, then it releases this component or whatever into the blood. So they did the initial blood test. It was normal. They kept me a couple hours later. It had gone up. And so then when it had gone up, they're like, okay, well, maybe you had some trauma to your heart. And so, I don't know, progressed through more and more tests. And basically they came to say, yep, there's something going on, because with this going up to where it's at, you definitely have a problem. So then they wanted to go in. So then they were keeping me overnight, checked me in, and they needed to go in with the camera up my arm. They did all these other tests, but they needed to do a camera up my wrist to then go look, and if there was any problem, then they would correct it at the same time. If there wasn't any problem, then hey, all good. So they went in and said that they went in through my wrist all the way up into my heart, and they had, like, on my right side, they said that there was a 99% blockage, like that there was blockage, but then there was also a clot there. So those two things together. So they ended up putting a stent in, and I mean, all my vitals, like everything, I don't go to the doctor. So, but everything that they took, cholesterol good, blood pressure good, heart rate good, like everything. And when I was in the hospital still waiting for them to do that stuff, like I was back to normal. Like I was like ready to go, and that's why I was on the dehydration, that, hey, I'm just dehydrated, should all be good. So, so long and the short is that if you have any classic symptoms that, I mean, I don't even think mine were classic symptoms, but I mean, the back pain, I guess, was one of them. That kind of was the main thing that Paul, the nurse, said, okay, well, that's in the center of your back between your shoulder blades, so like right behind your heart. So definitely should get checked out. And even on my checkout stuff, they're like, all your stuff, your cholesterol's good, your blood pressure's good, like everything is good except your freaking heart, like whatever, had a blockage in it. They kept telling me about conditions that came up beforehand, like that you should have been more tired, you should have been more weak, like all these things. I didn't have any. I was perfectly normal until I sat down to eat lunch. Like that, literally there was nothing different. And then a lot of people have said, oh, well, a lot of people, like once they get that done, then they feel 100% or whatever afterwards. Mine's not. I'm back to what I was feeling before I sat down for lunch. Like there was no precursors. There was nothing there that I could say, oh, well, I shouldn't have been ignoring that or this or that. The only thing I'm glad that didn't ignore is everybody saying you should go get checked out at the point that I did, because they said that I had a risk. I didn't have a heart attack. So, but they said that more than likely I would have had a heart attack somewhere within hours or weeks after that situation. Something would have happened. I would imagine I would have felt weak, but I mean, I don't know. Either way, all good. They cleaned out the plumbing, and now it's like the mental part of like, I am an old fat guy, but like I'm a decently healthy old fat guy that walks a lot, does a lot of shit. So that part bothers me, that literally everything, like anything they tested, they're like, your cholesterol's good, your blood pressure's good, your heart rate's good, you're like there was 20 things on the list, and they're like, you're not a smoker, like all these things, and they're like, that it's all good. So why did it happen? Don't know. But either way, I'm back.
But you can't drive, right?
Yeah, I'm not allowed to drive. I'm not allowed to lift more than 3 pounds with my right hand for a week because they went into the main vein or artery. I don't know which one, but it's down inside your arm, because I guess it's got to be big enough to shove a fucking camera up there. So like they went into that. So there's the chance that if that ruptures, if I do something and that ruptures, that's the one that, if you're trying to commit suicide, that's the one you're going for to try and cut, because it's a lot deeper down there and it's a lot bigger artery or vein. I don't know which one's the bigger one, but that's the one you're going for. So last thing I want to do is bleed to death. So therefore, Aiden and Andy doing great with the car. So they took over the Cheap Car Challenge. They'll continue. And I know this was very wordy or whatever, like right in the middle, but it's mostly that, hey, if what happened to me can help somebody, then I just want to tell the story to know that if you got the conditions or anything like that, then what to do. So back to racing.
Yesterday it rained out. You guys all seen that. It was a horrible day. We don't want to drive in the rain. If we don't have to, we can. But I didn't get a video of it, but I seen Steve Morris and freaking Goldstone over there doing rain dances in the morning. I know what it is, man. This little small block, single turbo, small tire car is coming for them, and they're worried. That was the track for us to catch them. This right here is a slick track. They're gonna have an advantage here. They know that. So they did the rain dance yesterday. Hey, if that's what they got to do to stay away from us, I guess that's what they got to do. But I'm still coming for them the last day. Today we're just gonna try to get a 6-second pass in, and they're gonna have to hold their ground. But tomorrow we're coming for them.
We're at Tri State.
We made it.
Car made it here. So with the rain day yesterday, it was raining, so the car definitely ran cooler. Don't know if it's just because of the scoop, don't know if it's because of the tune, don't know if it's because of the rain. All we care about is we made it here and we're ready to race. Should be, as long as all is good, we should be in the 8s today.
Yes, it will be. With our rain day yesterday, we actually had a bit of time to catch up, get a drive early, and we had that breakage in the back. The anti-roll bar bracket was broken off, so we found a local sharp and borrowed his lift and a welder and got that fizzed off and back on the road. Mr. Communication and skills here with his fuel.
Yeah, we ran, turning into the track, it putted out of fuel. So put another gallon in, we only had to drain half a gallon out, so all the calculations worked out within half a gallon.
His mathematical equations at 10 miles to the gallon, all working out mint. A big hill up here, so we're more revs. So actually, it would have worked out well, but pulled up here. And, yeah.
We're not spraying it too much yet. We're still teeny jets.
Yeah.
They still have to worry because we still have way more to tune up. So,
and we got another day up our sleeve, so we want to really swing for the fence tomorrow. So. secret meeting over here. You can't look in past the hats. So.
I can't figure out how to data log with this thing consistently. So I open up the data log, the dates are all wrong, but I open up the last one that's on there, and it's the pass we did yesterday. So I don't think it data logged, even though I clicked start log. So I'm putting in the one that was a 9-second pass yesterday, but with the slightly bigger jet, and we'll see what that should be an 8 something, and then we'll go from there. But and data log that, and then we'll see.
Sound like it was a bit too much fuel, maybe.
And Summit Racing equipment, Tommy Dupree, instead of being behind the table this week, is actually participating in his first drag and drive in a couple of years.
on that pass, and I thought it was going to be a good one, and then I went to the line and did a great burnout, and then I went to the line, and then I was getting ready to race Steve and beat Steve because, like, that's fun. I love doing that, at least on the tree. And then I let go of the button and it snapped, and unfortunately, I know it rolled the sprag in the gear bender, so I didn't break a shaft, we rolled the sprag. But we still love you, Ricky. You guys know, even if I do have trouble, I'm like apparently the queen of the trouble of the gear vendor world. But we're testing, so you guys don't have that trouble. You're welcome. You are so welcome, everyone else, because we are figuring stuff out. But Rick really is going through. He's trying different. There's a whole slew. He could talk to you more about it, but he's making upgrades for these cars like these three right here: Bryant, myself, Steve, all that kind of car. So that way, anything that carries over from that R&D goes to any other units. So that's a positive. And the positive thing is he is working on it. He already has it apart, checking out the sprag. And yeah, so we got a new one. We're going back out. Had one with us, and hopefully it's gonna be a good pass. So it is hot. They have radial prep since then, but I believe they'll probably drag. I don't know, but I have my fingers crossed. Double crossed. Maybe my toes crossed too. You can't see them, creepers. I know you guys like feet pics. Kind of weird. Anyways, we're going up for a pass in a minute. All week, but today was a good day. This morning sucked, but this afternoon we swapped our gear vendor in that we talked about earlier, made a pass, and I ran a if I ran twos, we got new records to beat. I ran a 673 at 216 with a 116/60 foot. So car was happy, it left, carried the wheel, sat him down, made a great pass. I'm a happy camper, I really am. So we're gonna pack it up, which I would say quickly, but I never do anything quickly. It'll be hours before we leave here. But I am getting a lemonade in the in-between and then pack it up and hit the road. So it's still technically anybody's race. Bryant, who's ahead of me, and Steve, they're ahead of me enough that I don't think that I have even come up, but I know both of them haven't got stellar passes today, I think 7s. So I mean, we might close the gap a little, unless if they get another pass, which they should have plenty of time to get another pass, but it should at least for sure secure us in 3rd place. So I'm happy with that. So we still got one more drive, we still got one more day of racing, but me and the 55, I'm not even mad at 55. We've fought a little bit this week, but the heart and soul of it is still on my side. We just have some other components that are not working with me. So anyways, packing it up, hitting the road, and I will sweat with you guys tomorrow.
I think I'm 3rd of the day, so we're still in 1st place if I leave with what I got now and Steve doesn't go a shit ton faster, which that's unlikely. But I think we broke the transmission, so we're going to swap it out real quick and see what we can do. If we can get it done in about, I think what they're running an extra, how long, do you know? At least, I know they're running a little late because they started late. I'm not stressing because this is my vacation.
Right, what I'm hearing from Tom is that you can run you can go up to the quarantine lane whenever you're ready.
Okay.
And
what if it's 6 o'clock? Are you guys gonna wait for me? Just kidding.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I should get
You're
special
Bryant
treatment.
freaking Goldstone. Why wouldn't
That's
we?
what I was thinking.
Hello.
I mean,
it would take all day.
Right.
All right, buddy. I just want to let you know
All right,
you're
man,
okay.
we'll get it done as soon as we can. See what
Whatever.
we can do.
We're probably gonna run through between 4 and something.
Yeah, we'll be ready.
So we're gonna add about an hour.
Cool. If it some reason it doesn't, just let me know, and we'll put the street tires on so I don't have to do this twice.
Got it.
Thanks, man.
All right, buddy.
Thanks, Ricky. You have a nice drive to the block party, okay? We'll try to meet you there before midnight.
All right, so because of the stuff that's happened today, delayed the stuff, so we're later in the day. So Ricky's actually out. He's going to go do all the stuff we said, which is the behind the scenes, get over to Rock Falls block party. A lot of people need to make other passes, including Aiden and Andy have to make another pass today to have something to stay in contention. But you also have Steve and you got Bryant. So there's all kinds of drama happening at the track, but that's all on the live stream. So if you watch on Freedom Plus, then you already know what happened. Maybe Ricky will show you here in a little bit what happened, but he's going to get you the stuff that you will not see on Freedom Plus, all the behind the scenes stuff on the road and at the block party. So he's out, but there's more video to go. Keep watching.
Axle bearing. I wanted a nice easy drive today, so I'm gonna have it just as soon as I get this changed out. I hope the block party's still going when I get there. It should be. You know, if this stuff was easy, everybody would do it.
And the idea, we were looking for one particular tool. You didn't have it, and I have it in the back of my car.
It's hot.
It's the way it all works.
That'd be hot.
Want some rags or something? Get your hands
I need my gloves.
up. Here.
I think I just had it.
Week, and they brought this to us right here in Rock Falls, Illinois, with some of the fastest and neatest hot rods in the bi-state area. These guys travel from one track to the other, and we're going to see them in action in Byron. And follow them on Facebook, Sick the Magazine. Sick Week, right here in Rock Falls.
Dogs, come get them!
We're gonna try. Trailer burnouts are new for this car, so we're gonna see what happens. We got a little over 750 horsepower on tap, so we'll be all right. We'll be all right.
They're running behind me.